Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 2020 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. So before we dive into this reading, and I have everything you need to know about the moon set up right here, we're going to clear the energy here and also raise our own energy vibration. So you take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Beautiful. Okay. Now, before I dive into what this moon has to say, let's see what the tarot has to say. How will Sagittarius be affected by the July 2020 full moon? How will Sagittarius be affected by the July 2020 full moon? How will Sagittarius be affected by the July 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Guide this reading. Show us clearly. Show us clearly. How will Sagittarius be affected? July 2020 full moon. Ooh. Yeah. Show us clearly. Show us clearly. All right. I love it when they jump out and when they stick to the hand. I think that's really a lovely way to choose the cards. But I also love it when you get this like overwhelming sea of joy that just comes over you, and then that spirit telling you, okay, it's time to stop shuffling. I've already made myself known. Goodness. Okay. So we're going to end here. So the way these cards are laid out is that we have the personal self here on the left, right? We have the heart right here in the middle, and we have the public self on the right. So let's see what the cards have to say. So we start off with the guide, which is the Hierophant in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is a time frame April 20th to May 20th. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles, amplifying that Earth sign energy, that Taurus energy right here. But this is also Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, meaning that you are very linked to this Capricorn full moon, which is on the 5th of July. And this reading goes from the 5th of July to the 3rd of August. Then you have Justice coming in, which is a Libra energy, a time frame September 23rd to October 22nd, and the Six of Pentacles. That is for your private self, your intimate self. Your heart, we start off with the Page of Swords, strong Libra presence, carrying forward. This is an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. You are also going to find a lot of wisdom, a lot of learning comes to you during the Aquarius full moon, again on the 3rd of August. Judgment, your angels are right there with you, which is glorious. The Queen of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, strong connection with the Leo new moon. You have the Death card, Scorpio energy. So those of you Sagittarians born on the cusp of Scorpio, you have a lot of things that are coming into balance. This is going to be very powerful for you right here around the new moon. For those of you who aren't, there's still a very powerful balance, understanding, and truth that is coming. Just those who are cusp babies might feel it just a bit more intensely. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, again coming forward. Yeah, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a moon of working, of getting things done, and you really see it personally coming forward. You have the Nine of Cups, which is absolutely beautiful. The Lovers card, Gemini energy. This is a time frame of May 20th to June 20th, May 21st to June 20th. And then you have the King of Cups, which is a water sign energy, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer. So strong Scorpio presence here. As you move forward in your balance, in your understanding, there's a power that is guiding you. There's a beauty to you. Now, what's so beautiful about this Capricorn moon is that this moon connects us with our elders, with our ancestors, with our archetypes of self. And I see this being your DNA story. This calls to your very DNA. And as it does, you're looking at the story that you inherited in your life. You know, trauma, doubt, fear that can be inherited, most definitely. This is also from your past life. You might feel very drawn to different cultures. You might have, fears that you're looking at and you're saying, like, why are they there, or why am I held back this way? How can I move forward? You're going to find a lot of answers during this moon. This is your blessing moon, most definitely. It's also the stag moon in the Farmer's Almanac, which is a stag is a symbol of majesty. So you have a majestic moon, a majesty, a power, a royalty to you during this time. This is the thunder moon in the Queen of the Moon cards, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But the full moon in Capricorn says the end of a tough cycle approaches. So you're going to see, I see this more of an end of a tough cycle, period. It approaches, yes, with this full moon, but it's embraced, embodied, and emboldened through you and because of you during this time. Mentors, the wise woman, the crone figure, are going to be, wise men, are going to be very important to you and very empowering to you during this time. So it's kind of like you're going to hear ancient knowledge coming your way, ancient power, ancient truth, moving you forward. As you do so, this moon, does have a negative side to it because Capricorn can be all work and no play. And you're also going to be very hard on yourself. You're going to be like, no shortcuts, no excuses, just get it done. And you're going to have to let up on yourself a bit, Sagittarius, in order for the beauty, the power, and the fire to come forward, because we do have you coming through as the Queen of Wands right here, as you are embracing this rebirth of self, this sense of this great equalizer coming forward. And this is your divine power. You are embracing your power, you're surrendering to the divine, and as you do so, you are embracing your truth, your understanding, and your heart's joy. Now, this is a really cool moon also because this is our second full moon eclipse. We had one in June, now we have one in July. And this brings forward perseverance, this brings forward accountability, commitment. It really plays into the full moon in Capricorn really nicely. And so as you look at things, you're going to find yourself being empowered, being emboldened, and you're going to see that conclusions are within reach. It hazes things just for a moment, and what I'm seeing with you, Sagittarius, is that yes, things get to be a little bit blurry. At times it's like, ooh, am I doing the right thing? Am I moving forward the right way? But then there's going to be this like, oh, I see it. And it's going to be because of this eclipse, like the moon is hidden, the truth is hidden for a moment, and then it comes to you. And it doesn't have to be around the 5th of July that this happens. It can be later on that you see like, oh, wow, that was the answer that I was seeking, or that was the thing that I wanted. That was the question that I had. And it's going to be kind of like a bolt of, not a bolt, but a crack of thunder. There we go. Where you're like, oh my gosh, I get it. And it's going to be that rainstorm that comes with the thunder of truth and understanding, of power, and of intimacy with your own heart. And that's going to be really, really beautiful for you. It changes things a lot. And you're also going to see things that you yourself can't change, but that things that you yourself can. So you're finding this balance, you're finding this understanding. Now, on the 20th of July, we have the new moon in Leo coming forward. And this says confidence is your key to success. And it really is. Kind of like fake it till you make it. Be confident in yourself, and then people will be confident within you. And there's this power, there's this beauty, there's this passion to you that is really going to be something that people are drawn to because you're embracing this fire sign, which you are already born into. So you already have a natural inclination for it, but also this power, this strength, because Leos are represented by the strength card in the major arcana. You are represented by the strength that moves you forward. And do note that at 1:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you have the void of course, which says here nothing will come of this situation. And it's true. You're going to see things and you're going to be like, nothing will come of this. I get it. And it's not going to be really clear. You will think that to yourself now that you know the void of course is coming. But the void of course is like things go backwards. You'll think, oh, I'll have this dinner with this person or this lunch with this person and everything will be great. We'll have such a great conversation. Everything will be wonderful. And you'll find that things go hayward, just backwards. It's just like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? And so with this void of course, just if you could block out the whole hour from 1:30 to 2:30, that would be best for you. Or just the, minutes of the 10 minutes of 50, because it's at 1:55. if you can't do the whole entire hour, that's also going to be good. However long you can. Just sit there in contemplation. Just, relax with a cup of tea, read a book. You will find that, listen to music, do something like that. You will find that that's better for you. Okay, just to not be committed to anything during that time is going to be powerful for you, because you're going to see that it adds to your confidence. And if you get a hit to your confidence during this time, it's like it just wounds a little bit, because you're going to think, oh wow, I was doing so well, or I was so powerfully connected to whatever, and it's like, ugh, no. And so you have this doubt come in, and you're not really going to be into that. You don't want to doubt. You don't want to fear. You want to walk forward in that confidence. And the new moon brings a new start. It says a new start is coming, and it brings us to beginnings. The new moon I really see severely linked to the god Janus in Roman mythology, Greek mythology, Roman mythology. And Janus was the god, of course, that January is named after, but Janus is the god of beginning and endings. Janus is the god of portals and pathways. And so here, you're going to find that there's a way that you're moving forward. There's a passion, there's a power to you, and there's a new beginning that's coming. And that's going to be astoundingly empowering and astoundingly beneficial for you during this time. It's also a time of silence. You're walking into a new world. It's like you're shrouded. And very much like the death card here, you're shrouded. And as that shroud is lifted, or as you pull away one layer of yourself, you find deeper truths, deeper understandings. And it really does have you beautifully prepared for the full moon in Aquarius. And this is Show the World the Real You. So on the 3rd of August, you're getting ready to show the world the real you. But you have to be patient with yourself, because this moon is going to be, in a sense, you're going to be like, okay, I can walk forward, I can be me. And you want to be. You want to be authentically you and not conforming to what everybody else wants, right? But it's scary. It's scary to put yourself out there. It's scary to take that leap. So you might find yourself making compromises. It's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like compromise with the videos that I do. I can do these videos, but I'm an astoundingly shy, private person. So I can do these videos, but I don't show my face. Because if I had to show my face, it would be too much. It would be too terrifying, and I wouldn't do it. So you're going to find yourself making compromises like that, because you're going to find yourself knowing, understanding, and trusting yourself, trusting your beauty, trusting your understanding, to your own life, and not saying, oh, everybody else's way of doing things is so much better. It's like, no, I just need to be true to me. And that's what you do when you show the world the real you. You're true to yourself. You have this authenticity. And that's what I talk about when I say we have to follow our hearts. We have to follow our authenticity. We have to follow our joys. We have to follow what vibrates and resonates with us, instead of saying, oh, I'm wrong. I should be more like the rest of the world. Why? Is the rest of the world so happy? The rest of the world is edited to an inch of its life to make it appear to be so much more than it is. And the nastiness is just hidden away. It is. And sometimes it's not even hidden away that well. And then you have your spirit animals. Now, unfortunately, I do not have any of the spirit animals for these time periods in my cards. So we have the woodpecker and the salmon spirit for July, and these are being represented by the brown bear and the nightingale. And for August, we have again the salmon spirit making a beautiful presence here, and we have the cougar. So we have the nightingale and the panther. So we're going to start off with the salmon and the nightingale, because this is for both months. And the salmon, ooh, I'm sorry, my nose itches. The salmon is the most beautiful. I mean, it's just really an astoundingly lovely spirit animal, spirit guide, totem animal to have. And you wouldn't think of it. You would think like, oh, it's a salmon, like, okay. But it represents rebirth and moving forward, happiness, eternal life, and femininity. Just like this gentle love. I just see it like a gentle love coming around you. And as you're embracing this, okay, the salmon spirit calls us to live in love and to live in the fullness of our lives, to surround ourselves with things and people that we adore, that add richness. With the salmon spirit, you're not really into people who make you feel really negative about your existence, yourself, or things that bring you down. And so here with the salmon spirit, we have nightingale saying, love is all around you. And love is your guiding course for this time. It's embracing things and finding that love, and also finding that respect, that beauty. You know, it's not being madly in love. It's a gentler, quieter thing. It's not the love of eros, okay? Where we get the word erotica from in Greek. Eros is that, all-encompassing sexual desire. And that's what we think of with love a lot of the times. But love is more, look at it as the agape love, which is the love of life, the love of, as they say, that Christ had for everyone. And it is just transcendent. And not to get religious, but to use that as an example to see that it is a love that is so powerful and so great that it asks for nothing in return. And that's going to be kind of how you want to walk around during this time, during this moon. It's like radiating this love, radiating this brilliance, and saying, world, you probably won't understand, so I'm not even going to expect you to. And that's going to be the best way to kind of guard your own heart during this time and let that love really show. Now, for July, we then have the brown bear spirit, which is standing in for the woodpecker. The woodpecker is seeking to rekindle passion and find truth. Like, that is the woodpecker's goal. It's digging deeper, right? But the woodpecker is also the protector. And that's where the brown bear comes in, because the bear is also the protector. And it's looking at the seeds that you are planting in your heart, your soul, yourself, looking at what you desire. And it's take time out to plant these seeds, to embrace your life, to embrace yourself, to move forward in beauty and prosperity. Now, of course, in August, we have then the salmon spirit coming back, that all-encompassing love coming forward. And then we have the cougar spirit, leadership, and taking charge of your life. And so the panther says it really nicely. Reclaim your power. Reclaim your power, know your passion, and move forward in it. And nothing will hold you back. All right. So then we have here your personal self coming forward. All right. And you're starting off with your authenticity. You have also a strong Taurus connection. Okay. Time frame again, April 20th to May 20th. Now, this is your determination. This is yourself. This can be a bit of stubbornness coming forward. You have the Capricorn energy that's saying, work harder, be diligent. Don't, take shortcuts. Be really open and honest with the success that you want and then go after it. And the Taurus energy comes in. So you have a lot of earth sign energy in your personal self right now coming in and saying, okay, I need a plan. I need to be authentically true to myself. Because Capricorn energy can be like, okay, you can just kind of like stretch it just a little bit, to fit what needs to be done. Taurus is going to be like, no, you can't. You have to be true to you or don't do it at all. So you can have this little bit of a give and a take, a little bit of a pull here with these two earth sign energies coming together. This is also a sense of needing to move forward in what's right for you. People will say, oh, this is right for me. People will do this. People will do that. You need to do what's right for you. And that's going to be part of really listening, embracing your eternal self. And so here you have a grown woman, and here at her heart is a child. You're also going to have your inner child talking to you, your inner child connecting with you. Listen. Listen, because you're going to be remembering and seeing things so much more powerfully than before. And as you do so, you're represented with the Queen of Pentacles comes forward. Now, this is very much representing this time period of the Capricorn full moon. You have a very strong queenly energy, personal self, heart self, kingly energy in your public self, which is really cool because kings are more, the way I see it is like kind of like more outgoing, more, having to get things done, more ruling their castles here. And the queens are more concerned with the humanitarian aspect of life and the kindness of things, right? That's just how I'm seeing them. It doesn't have to resonate with you. So here with the Queen of Pentacles, you're looking at the seeds that you are planting. You're looking at the prosperity that is coming in. And you are seeing your power, your understanding moving forward. You're also seeing wealth becoming a part of your existence, a part of yourself. It's like, I have the power to live this beauty, this truth, this bounty, this understanding. And the Queen of Pentacles says, yes, I do. And I claim my throne. You can also be an absolute go-getter. Because I'm just thinking of, Queen Elizabeth. So when we talk about Queen Elizabeth I, and then there are queens in, in Denmark that I was just reading about that are amazing. So we have these queens throughout history that kind of don't get the rights that they deserve. But if you say Queen Elizabeth I, everybody knows her, and she, was the patron of Shakespeare, and she was just absolutely incredible. She pulled the land together. She also executed more people than any other monarch. Okay, so she was nobody to be messed with. And that is a thing maybe to be proud of, maybe not to be proud of, which is more what I lean towards. But here, there's a sense of power. There's also a sense of healing, pulling things together, looking at what needs to be done. She's also the one who said it does not matter. Everybody's going to be Protestant. Just, keep your religion to yourself so the world can move forward, so that the land can move forward in peace. And that's what I'm seeing here. It's kind of like worrying about and concerning yourself with the hearts, the souls of what's being planted, of, saying, let's move forward. So using her as very much an example for this time, that's what you're going to be looking at. There's this fierceness to you. There's this ferocity. There can even be a chaos that you're inheriting that you look at and you say, okay, let's do what's right. And let's embrace love, which isn't a Queen Elizabeth thing, but it is a Dane Hart thing. So let's embrace love as we move forward. And as you do so, you have justice coming. Okay? Justice, understanding, power, truth. The seeds that you have planted take root. And justice moves you forward. This is a Libra energy, a time frame of September 23rd to October 22nd. You are looking for the justice within your life, for the power within yourself. And I love that you have 2 major arcana cards and a court card right here. So this is powerful. This is intense. And then you need balance, what's very interesting for me, the 6 of Pentacles, is my minor arcana justice card. And so you need that balance coming in. But at times it feels like justice has been so far out, has been so hard to reach, so hard to understand, so hard to move forward in. And now you're finding that you're getting it on this earthly plane because you are connected to the Queen of Pentacles. There is this prosperity. There is this abundance to you. There is a sense of looking at what truly matters. And as you do so, the balance comes in. You cut through doubts and fears. You know there's an instinctual understanding of what needs to be done. And it sets you free, but it also sets up boundaries. It's like, no, this is okay, this isn't. This is where I want to be, and this is where I don't want to be. This is acceptable, and this is not. Because you're tired of people taking and overwhelming and, making it so that it's hard to find your authentic self, to move forward in your truth, to be true to you. And as you do this, you embrace the Page of Swords. Now, it is being a student of justice because swords also represent Libra energy in the minor arcana. It's cutting through doubts and fears. It is getting messages from the divine in ways of knowledge, understanding, learning, seeking. So this comes to you in a more kind of scholarly, quote-unquote scholarly way. So it can be something that you're reading. It can be something that you're listening to. It's something to do with the interaction of the mind. So it can be in meditation when, you are, when your mind kind of wanders off and finds quiet, you will hear very much like a voice whispering in your ear, guiding you, leading you forward. And so during this time, you are embracing a student's mentality. And for your heart to be a student of your mind, your heart is seeing the power that your mind holds, and your mind is seeing the power that your heart holds. And you're learning how to have that open communication, that open dialogue, that passion, that development. And as you do so, okay, your angels are right there with you. That's the voice that whispers in your ear. That's where you get this prosperity from, because you have the Queen of Pentacles, you have Judgment, and you have here the 9 of Cups. So there's this sense of glory as you are reborn, okay? There's a sense of prosperity, abundance, beauty, power coming in as you are reborn, as, kind of you take the clock and you let it fall away. So many times we sit there and we're like, well, it didn't happen right now, and it has to happen quickly, and, I'm running out of time for this, for that. And our heart becomes obsessed with time. And our heart isn't supposed to be obsessed with time. It is supposed to be obsessed with the purifying of our blood, the power of our lives, the beauty of our existence. That's what we should fill our hearts with. Not a time frame and a stopwatch. So as you rise, you see your truth. And you're also not as hard on yourself. That's going to be a really big thing, because you're going to kind of fight that with the Capricorn full moon. It's like, I need to be hard on myself. I need to be super intense. But also, I need to be me. I need to listen to my soul. I need to understand myself. I need to know that laughter is absolutely important. Because yes, this is the most organized, practical, methodical moon out there. But this is also a moon that has you reborn, has you passionate, has you powerful within your own right. And then it moves you to embracing you as your angels rise you up, as they bless you, as they move with you. You are the Queen of Wands, right? Strong queenly energy at your heart. Okay, this sense of love and nourishment, fire and passion, desire to move forward. You know, with her there is a strength. With her, I see a connection to the pharaoh Hatshepsut in ancient Egyptian times. Okay, she didn't become queen because there was no such word. She became king. And that's what I see here. It's like that power, that passion, that desire to change, to move forward, to embrace. And that's part of your personality. It just is. This sense of wonder, this sense of, determination, this sense of beauty. It is a part of you. It also connects you very much to the new moon in Leo. Okay, you see changes coming around, justice moving you forward, things become more clear, a greater understanding, greater truth. And as you move so in this queenly knowledge, you find things being leveled. This is also the reason for your existence. All right? The wands represent the reason we exist, what we're passionate about, what we want to move forward in. And your passion is part of your very blood. Curiosity is also part of you. And here with the Death card, you have a dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. You have a shell being left behind. It's like, no longer. I am more than I ever was. And at times you will find that you are more than you ever thought you would be. Yes, there are going to be areas for improvement, most definitely. We all have them. But you are more than you ever thought that you would be. And that is powerful. That is extreme. And as you move forward in this power and in this beauty and in this understanding, okay, you find also that things get leveled. Because death is something that people cannot run away from. Okay? So the Death card shows a truth that we would not like to see. And with this card, you are finding the cycle of life. You're finding the cycle of truth. And as you see it, it balances you. It's kind of like everything wears away, which might not be comforting to some, but I find it very comforting to know that everything changes, transforms, and becomes. Right? A rock, which you would think would always be there, gets worn down by time, by the wind, by the ocean. Right? Everything changes. And as you look at this, publicly, you look at your hard work. Everything you've dedicated yourself to, the time, the effort, the power. And you hold true to what needs to be done. Right? Your mind searches new avenues, new understandings. There's a sense of being true to yourself, but also being very, very capable, very intense. And your hard work pays off. And you see that your hard work pays off. You also see beauty surrounding you with this. I love the progression from the 8 to the 9. Right? So as you work hard, as you are really embracing the Capricorn full moon and making the most of it, you have the 9 of Cups. Blessings. Blessings come in. Now, you don't always see these blessings right away, right? But others see them in you. They power you. They move you forward. They embrace you. They guide you. Blessings are a part of your very existence and your very life during this time. And as you embrace this, love comes in. You also have a repeat of the number 6 here, right? That's the most kind, caring, nurturing of the numbers. You have the repeat of the queens. So again, queenly energy is going to feel much more natural for you, right? So here, during this time, it's love. There's also a duality to yourself. This represents Geminis. Geminis are represented by the twins. So you have the Taurus time frame here. It goes into publicly the Gemini time frame, May 21st to July 20th. Some things from these times might be coming up. Okay? There's a significance to them. And you are going to find that as you are looking, as you are gaining your understanding. Oh, that's very interesting because Libra goes into Scorpio. So you have these time frames that follow each other. You're going to have things that follow. It's like A follows B, and you're going to see that things progress, and it feels rather natural. Embrace what you love. Look at your heart. Look at your soul. Look at yourself. There's a powerful truth being unveiled, but there's a power to you that is your truth. And it's learning to walk in love, but it's learning that it is okay to ask the questions. It is okay to want a bit more from life than what seems to be the norm. And so as you do this, as you walk forward with the lovers, as you walk forward in this love, this joy, this beauty, this understanding, it brings to you the King of Cups. The King of Cups is your heart. And people see your heart as ruling you during this time, not in a weak way, but in a very powerful way, as in, I will fight for what I love. I will fight for those I love, and I will stand in my truth always. The King rules, and the King of Cups rules very empoweringly. But in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, he's on this very small little square. So it can be that what you rule is very powerful, it's just not very big. Don't think you have to add. Do a great job with where you are. Then if you want to expand, you feel that need, let it come, but don't make that your goal during this time. Because this is the time to sit there and embrace emotional truth, spiritual truth, and the power to have those things, flow through your life to move you into greatness and bring you greatness. Again, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You have a strong Scorpio sense, Scorpio presence within this reading. Now, it can also be that you're out of balance with Scorpio energy, okay? Things need to be leveled. Truths need to be arranged, right? Or spoken, so that things can move forward in balance, in harmony. There's a transformation that will go on if this is a relationship, with this relationship, okay? Because it is out of balance, and it's going to need to be put into balance. So let's go deeper. Let's see. What is the deeper message for Sagittarius? Oh, okay. So these two. Sagittarius for the full moon in July. What is the deeper message for Sagittarius? Okay. This card. All right. So we have the Five of Swords. Interesting. Something karmic comes up. Okay, now you have the repeat of the number 5. 5 is the number of truth. All right. 5 is the number of freedom. 5 is a number where things get resolved more quickly than you thought they would, which is nice. The 7 of Wands, you'll feel like you have to defend yourself. Okay? But you don't. And then the High Priest, you have the Hierophant coming in again. Power, determination, claiming your throne, guarding against negative energy, but also embracing the bull god, okay? This sense of power and virility, okay? So there's also going to be this strong masculine presence here publicly, where it's like this desire for movement, for power that moves you forward. 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords shows us something karmic, okay? Something that you have faced in the past that will come up again, and you're going to be like, oh God, great. Like, no thank you, but thank you. And as you stand your ground, as you speak your truth, as you embrace your power, you will not be held back. You will be emboldened to move forward. And it's kind of like, okay, things need to be tested one more time. Or, yeah, there was something that you didn't quite get it right the first time this lesson was put in your path. So it's put there again. This is privately. Within your heart, you're going to feel like you have to defend yourself. People don't understand, they're not getting the depth of what you're saying. Don't fight. It's not going to do you any good. It's just going to exhaust you. Stand for what you believe in. Don't be, a rug, most definitely. Stand your ground, know your truth. But don't think that, you have to defend yourself from others, because they're not worth it. Stand in your truth. Know your power. With the Hierophant, you are looking at what it is that you truly desire from life, from soul, from self. And you are being emboldened. You are moving forward in that power and in that understanding. And as you do so, you're embracing good luck. You really are. You're calling luck, prosperity, bounty into your life. Let's see what Luna has to say, what the moon has to say for herself. How will Sagittarius be affected by the July 2020 full moon? How will Sagittarius be affected by the July 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Ooh, goodness. Let me grab these. Right here. Give me just one moment, because of course they had to fly away. All right. And because we worked so hard for it, we'll put that one down too. Awesome. And it wanted to be heard so much. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. How will Sagittarius be affected by the July 2020 full moon? How will Sagittarius be affected by the July 2020 full moon? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, goodness. I love that they're just popping up. Guide this message and show me clearly. Fantastic. Okay. So we have focus, protection, and pleasure. Then we have realization, peace, and believe in the impossible. And peace is what really wanted to be heard during this time. This peace, this power, this understanding. A time for healing. Work through your fears. Communication is key. So we're starting off with focus. It's time to focus as you are transformed, as you are rising within your emotional understanding. Focus is paramount for you. You are protected. Protection guides you. You are being guided by something greater, something more. And it leads you to pleasure. It leads you to being able to express yourself the way that you want to. But there is going to be a time where you feel like you have to protect yourself. And protecting yourself first will not mean the pleasure that you want initially, okay? It's going to be something that you're working deeper towards and a hurdle that you overcome through focus, through understanding. Because we have realization. You're realizing that peace matters, that you need this peace within your life to feel happy, to feel whole, to feel powerful. And you start to believe in the impossible, because it might very well feel like peace is an impossible dream. And I mean, with everything that's going on in the world, I can see that as being true globally, but it's also going to be true personally for yourself. Then we have a healing time. It is a time of healing. It's time of understanding with the balsamic moon. And then you have the new moon in Scorpio, which says work through your fears. Don't be held back by them. It's time to work through them, to embrace what it is that you want from life, from love, from yourself. And then you have the new moon in Gemini, saying communication is key. And you have strong Gemini presence within your public arena. So it can be that you're working with a Gemini, right? And of course, communication is key with a Gemini. Also, your sister sign is Gemini, Sagittarius. So it can be that you're very drawn to curiosity for the sake of curiosity, okay? Gemini is not as, quote-unquote, evolved as you are, Sagittarius. So there can be this sense of just needing to seek, needing to ask, needing to understand, and then flits away, like kind of fly forward and be like, okay, I got that, I see it, all right, that's good, and now it's time for me to move forward, which isn't going to be the usual way that you go after things, Sagittarius. You go usually much deeper. You want much more knowledge, much more understanding, much more power to move you forward. And so here you are going to find that sometimes surface value is going to be okay. The way that you look at things and you're like, okay, I get that. and you're not going to want to go as deeply right now as you might want to in the future. Now, your subconscious message through the tarot is the King of Cups, okay? The Knight of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It's defending your heart, what you love, what you want, moving forward in your heart's truth and in that power. It then leads you to the subconscious message of the Princess of Pentacles, studying, understanding, embracing what is truly prosperous to you, and knowing why you love it, why you want it, why you're calling it into your life and into your existence. You then have your will moving forward. Your subconscious message from Luna is that your will is astoundingly powerful. And the full moon in Libra says a win-win outcome is forecast. Things work out. Don't doubt yourself. And don't doubt your will. You are a powerful force to be reckoned with, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe.